I'm going to talk about the 3-year-olds real quick and get through these. We've had a great run. Great run all summer long, and very, very happy with the way the 3-year-olds have played out. Some of them will be leaving us in the fall, but this is the first year we've had a lot of horses where we might keep a bunch of them over. Somebody asked me about Irresistible Sun. I think Irresistible Sun is going to be a quality open B-track horse, Northfield, Meadows, Scioto, the Southern Ohio circuit for quite a while. He's a talented horse, and I really, really like him, so we'll see how that plays out. But let's get to it. 3-year-olds Admiral Dio. I thought this horse, I didn't know how to think. I thought he was good. Harry liked him. His qualifiers were kind of ho-hum. And then they raced him the other night, got away 6th or 7th, and he's coming into the last turn. I'm like, man, this horse is just ordinary. And then he came screaming late. Big last quarter and a good mile from him, so I thought the horse raced great. Clearly, he's got some talent. How much and where it starts and ends, I don't know, but he clearly has some talent. Arson. I trained Arson today in Kentucky in 52 and 3 off at 57. He's prepping for Corbin. He did it very easily, very easily. Earplugs, we didn't have the string on them where you pull them. I certainly don't need to pull them, but he had earplugs in. He was nice and cool and calm, collected. He was very, very strong today. Casanova Hall was great. The other night, I was telling Scotty, I said, we got him square, his feet are underneath him good. Do we take a little velocity off him in doing so? It's possible. There has to be give and take, right? You can't just have him wild and crazy and out of control and say he's so fast, but we just don't know when he's going to make a break. I would never choose that. Give me some consistency that we can work with, and I believe that's where we're at right now with Casanova Hall. Chime Bell, going to make some more changes with Chime Bell. Get her back going, not back going, get her going the best she's been. She's got a first, a second, and fourth, but you can see some glaring holes in her game. Left line in the straightaways, right line in the turns. We just got to get working on her, and I think we're going to do that over the next few weeks. We'll get her squared away good. Drebin raced good the other day. I think he's going to get better and better and better and better and better, this horse. Everybody likes Drebin. George of the Jungle is here now. He's going to race next week also. We're going to train him up real hard in... is he here now? I'm a little embarrassed to say I don't know. I've been gone for a week. Hey, Kirby, is George of the Jungle in Ohio or Ontario? Kirby! No, they're deaf. I don't even know if he's still behind us. Hey, mate, is Kirby there?
Yeah.
Yeah, is George of the Jungle in Ohio or Ontario?
Where's George of the Jungle?
It's a pretty easy answer. Okay.
He's supposed to be en route.
Yeah, I think he's in Ohio. If he's in Ohio, we're going to train him up really good this week, and we'll have him in very soon. You could see him possibly, there might be numbers of 2, not more than 4 at the Meadows on Thursday. Maybe. We'll see. Hallie in the Clouds is training good. Jason said she was good. I trained her really hard, her first start. Jason said, Scott said she was a little pinchy the next day, one of our riders. So I said, okay, you go with her tomorrow. He jogged her, he said, no, she's fine. She starts out a little stiff right front, but she always has. And he said she's immediately fine, and she trained great. He said, I trained her hard too. She was very good. But very good in what I expect her to be are two vastly different things right now. When you have a horse that is racing as ordinary as she is, really good is still not cutting it. I expect a lot more from this filly. And like I said, she's going to work hard for the remainder of the first part of the fall until we get her going again. I'm fancy like a little bit sick the other night, got a tortured trip. It's just the way it is. That's racing. It's not one of those things where you say, I wish I had I can tell you, maybe in hindsight, I wish I had a Driven Gorgeous package a little different. I said that tonight. I don't know. Maybe she felt like she was beat fair and square also. But I don't know that I would do it different. I guess that's the only thing keeping me from whining about it right now. Where are we at here? Insider Trading made a break on the rail the other day. I just don't see that repeating itself. I think I know what happened there, and we'll move past that quite quickly. Irresistible Sun, 8-hole tonight. Toughest horse in the race. Our only saving grace was that Bostel. And I think if I draw the rail, he draws 8, I beat him, but I'm not so sure that the reverse can't happen also. This is far from a cakewalk. I thought Bostel was going to have to stay up in the Sire Stakes, and when they raced that last Sire Stake race, a couple of them jumped over him. So now he drops down into the Buckeye final. When now he's also going to... Well, we don't have one for the Constellation anyway now. So Irresistible Sun, we'll see how this plays out tonight, but this is far for it. Like, when this race is over, let's just turn the page and on to the next one. He's got a lot of racing ahead of him. I think we got an incredibly good horse here. I think it's just going to take our time. He's got a lot of muscle to put on, a lot of meat to put on his bones. He's going to be an infinitely better horse year after year after year for the next couple of years. I think you're going to see him get better and better and better. La Dorienne was a winner last week. Looks like she come from a long way out to run down that horse. To run down that horse from there, yeah, sure, the horse was looking to get beat, it seemed like, on the front end, but you got to be the one to come and get that horse, and she certainly showed some gumption to come and run that horse down. I was impressed with her. Lonely Lakewood, I just talked to Chris. He said, honestly, Anthony, I don't know. He might have touched himself coming off the car. I said, I should have talked to you before, but I'm surprised he ran there. I've seen him make a break coming off the car. Going into the turn, just got to watch him a little bit. You know, he'll let you believe that he's slick and he just tap him on the tail and roll him in, but you just got to let him roll in on his own steam. When you start to ask him, he gets a little self-conscious, I think, and that's where he's maybe softens up and he's prone to making a break, and he did. So he won't next week, though. Lover's Play, gonna need another few weeks with her. She was a little sore after her last race. I think you're gonna see this happen over the next well, until we breed her. She's here for all my partners saying, are we going to sell this filly? The answer has been, continues to be, and will continue to be no. She will be bred this winter into the spring. She's got a mark of 58 now. She's pretty decently bred filly in her own right. And above all else, I love her. I think she's a very, very tough horse. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been in horse racing for a long time. I don't know that I've seen a tougher horse than Lover's Play. And that's why we're going to breed her above all else. Love and Affection is in with Widespread Panic tomorrow night. That's just the way it shook out. Not much we can do about that right now. Marching Forth, I thought raced good. One of our clients said he got really bumpy. Well, he's made a gazillion breaks his whole life. He's going to get bumpy. But I can tell you this. Here's the takeaway for me. He used to get bumpy and run. Now he just got a little bit bumpy. Stayed together and was charging in at the wire, trying to be second. The horse just got beat for second at the wire. Mel Gibbs-Swan should be starting back this week, I believe. I just told her, I said, listen, if he's not 100%, I don't want him doing anything. When he's good, train him. When he's not, don't. And that's where we were in the don't phase for a couple of weeks. Memory and Imagination, we just got to get him in. I don't know, we'd like to get them in here on Friday, I guess, but we haven't been able to get the horses in, so we'll see if we can get them in this week. Mounds for All is in Ontario. He's not injured now. Another horse poorly labeled. He's not injured. He has healed, rehabbed, and is now training in Ontario. Pickpocket, another horse like Memory, just trying to get the horse raced. I thought he was so ready for Dayton last week. He trained so good at Northfield. It just really screws up our schedule. We're just trying to get the horses in, raced in a consistent way, and we can't because they're not getting in. Punch the Clock update there. We sold Punch the Clock. We'll talk about that more. We'll talk about that more in other videos down the road. But for right now, she was sold this week at the Lexington sale. Purple People Eater will race Sunday night in the Consolation. We'll race her until she maximizes those classes, and we'll look to move her as a broodmare also. Ready for Landing is back going now. I think Tim said he is ready to qualify next week, if I'm not mistaken. Now Tuesday, we'll see if I'm busy or not. I don't know if we can make it over there. I got a lot going on now with the babies. We'll see. Really Don't Care is also getting ready to race next week. They got some work done on her and gave her a week off. Now, I do have to talk to Harry about what he plans on doing with her. He said her ankle was bothering her a little bit. Another filly that we're going to shop around as a broodmare at some point, but I just feel that she's so underused right now. I do want to get her going, and if he's not going to race her in Ontario right now at Mohawk, then she will be coming to the Meadows and Northfield right away. Sunset Acres Girl is in Tuesday, I believe. 7-hole outside post with her. We'll see how she does. And so is Tenacious Hanover. Another outside post with him. We're going to race him easy. For all our clients out there saying, well, come on, is he going to race again? Just relax. He's got all winter long. We have no interest in resting him right now or in the foreseeable future. He's going to race his way through those classes. There is no immediate rush to make things happen. Let them come to us. It's okay. Time Is on My Side has the non-winners at 8 next week. Winners have not more than 8 next week, and that should prep him pretty good for the Breeders' Crown coming up, I believe. Vehement lost a shoe and made a break behind the gate. It's a tricky one there. The only places he can race right now because he made a break off a qualifier are the Meadows and Ontario. I don't want to send him to Ontario unless he's good enough. I can't say that he is just yet. And when it comes to the Meadows, he didn't get in. Do we wait a week? Do we qualify him? I don't know. We're going to find out soon enough. Watch Your Mouth. Again, here's another horse. About 4 or 5 horses are probably leaving us in the next 3 weeks, and this guy's on the list. He's just not doing enough, not getting it done. It's not anybody's fault. Again, another horse that can pace 53 to 55 that just can't function in Ontario. It's very tough. I feel the stress and the pressure from Harry and Dominic. It's not like Northfield where you can just move them around. Oh, we'll go to the Meadows. Oh, we'll go here. You have Mohawk, and somebody said, well, why don't he's racing at Grand River, just race him in Flamborough, race him in the B tracks. I'm not racing on the B tracks in Canada. They just don't go for enough money. We can race for twice as much. And one of our clients said it's not quite twice as much. You're right, it's over twice as much. That Great Brett raced for when he went from Ontario to Northfield Park. It was over twice as much. And his claiming price was over twice as much also. So it just makes sense. I was trying to have this conversation with Jimmy the other day at Lexington with Bill. And I said, listen, we'll bring horses to Ontario, but they got to be Mohawk horses. It's just the way it is. And for us to bring Mohawk horses there, we have to have consistent classes. And it's something that hopefully that dialogue's been opened again, and we can talk about it more further in the future. But when it comes to Watch Your Mouth, I'm not racing him on the B tracks all winter long. He's going to be leaving, I'm sure, at some point. Widespread Panic is in to go tomorrow night. Again, he has to race with Love and Affection. That's upsetting, but I need to get the horse raced. We'll get him raced and see how the Big Colt does. Somebody said, can he go back? Can he go to Ontario? No, technically back to Ontario because he was there before. No, he's not good enough for the non-winners of 3 in Ontario, so he's not going on those grounds. And secondly, I don't feel he's consistent enough to send him over there, right? So we're not going on any hunting expeditions with this horse. I need him to race well at Northfield and the Meadows and here in Southern Ohio, and he can't, then he too will be making that list of horses that are likely to be leaving the stable. So that's where we're at. I like him. It's not a shot across the bow. That isn't me saying, hey, if he doesn't pick it up, he's leaving. That is not it at all. But I'm just trying to explain why he's not going to Ontario and what I do expect from him moving forward. So those are your 3-year-olds, your 2-year-olds, your 4-year-olds, your race horses. Amy and I are going to talk about our purchases on the way home. I think with a clear head, I'm going to go race. Irresistible Sun. See if we can't get some corn here and make our way back to Brunswick. It's been a great weekend. Listen, of course I'm a little down. I would have loved to win with Gorgeous Package. She's just a sweet filly. She did everything she could. She just can't pace in 51-4 right now. There's nothing wrong with that. So with that, I'll let you go. Have a wonderful rest of your Saturday. Good luck to everybody tonight, all our partners, whether you're in football pools or what you're doing tomorrow. It's been a great weekend so far. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your weekend.